Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to take this time to give you a little update about the Proton Pack ever since I finished completing its build. In the months since then, I have taken it to 2 conventions, a haunted tour of the many spots of the Cincinnati Underground. I have taken it out on Halloween to a haunted house, done a theater premiere for the 30th anniversary of Ghostbusters, and I might say that it has held up nicely. On 2 of those occasions, I had my pack on in full downpour of rain, and surprisingly, it held up with no damage to the electronics inside, the paint, or any of the other components. Although, on the plus side, I did some natural weathering. Most of the metal parts kind of gave a little rust and a little run on the pack, so it gave more of a bit of a used look. So right now I'd like to take you about some of the features that I've added to the Proton Pack as well. As you can see from a far off look, everything looks to be about the same as it was in the last video. There are some minor dings and a little bit of paint scraping missing that'll need to be touched up in the long run, but overall it has held up very nicely. So what I will do is I will turn it on and show you some of the little additions that I have made. So here we go. Power it on. Volume button on the side controls how loud the pack is and keep it at a minimum. So, normal sequence of lights. Go ahead and I will activate the thrower. First thing you'll notice is I have changed the sequence of how the power bar graph displays. Usually it was kind of fill, very quick. Now I've got it at a nice, even up and down while the pack is in standby. Now if I flip this, which activates the vent, now you see what it was originally like when it turned on. So I'll go ahead and take it out of the hold. So next is switching between the slow blow, and what that did is, instead of right now with the slow blow off, it would cycle in a sequence where the longer I held it on, the faster the pack would get until eventually it overheats. Flipping the slow blow on would enable the red button to be a shotgun mode. So to kind of signal the change in between, I've added a slow blow on and slow blow off sound. So here we go. On. So now you can see the red light indicates that the slow blow is on, as well as when you press the fire button, you got a shotgun sound. So now I'm going to just flip it off, and you also hear that little off sound. So changing between modes kind of gives it a little bit more realistic feel. To that end as well, I also added a shutdown sound for when you turn the power off to the thrower. Alright, so those are the sound files for the pack when it's in normal mode. So then at the same time, I added a specific music to it. This music, the soundtrack was created by E-Rock, and what he does is he takes a lot of video game movie soundtracks and he tweaks them to be heavy metal. So I will go ahead and I will find that track for you. I'm just gonna see here how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead. Now it's in music mode. So I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to go to the track, and then resume.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Now, being a metal person myself, I really liked the way this sounded, so I was very pleased when he created it, and I was able to add it to my pack. So, turn that down just a little. So that was just a little update to the pack and all the changes since then. So, and if you are interested in the soundtrack itself, you can find him on YouTube. Just look up E-Rock and the Ghost Butters Metalized. So anyway, until then, have a good night.